to do more lives. But I seem to get a violation for everything I post on TikTok. I don't know why. Um, and I'm getting a little frustrated. So I'm thinking, hey, let me try it here and see if anything, you know, if it's better to do lives here. I'm not gonna lie, like it just it's frustrating, but it is what it is at this point. So I'm working out. Uh, Sharing what I do. I'm I work out 6 days a week. If you're watching this later, I do 3 days of weights and 3 days of cardio. I injured my back about a little, actually, it's almost 3 weeks now, about 3 weeks ago, and it's been hurting for the entire duration. So I have had to adjust the weights I work out with. Typically, when I'm doing my cardio, I put on a weighted vest, but I'm no longer doing that. At least for the last 3 weeks, I haven't done that just because it hasn't been helpful. It causes more pressure on my lower back, which is where I'm having a lot of issues. So trying to let that ease up a little bit so that I can get back into the rhythm of things. But I am still working out, even though I've had those pains. I work through the pain. I am a firm believer that your body can, I do believe in modern medicine, so not going no shade to that. I believe in modern medicine. I believe in the power of healing, but I also believe in doing my part, and I feel like my part is keeping my heart healthy and doing the most I can to keep my body as healthy as possible. So I continue to work out. All right. So what do I typically do? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I do weights. I do like a quick 10-15 minute cardio. I'm getting warm now. A quick 10-15 minute cardio where I primarily just put this here because whenever I put it somewhere else, I forget it, and then I end up with issues. Oh, I don't want to come back to the basement to get it. Where I do the Stairmaster. Hurts my back like hell, but I'm pedaling a little lighter the last few weeks because I don't want to hurt even more. And then I also I do weights. For the weights portion, I get it. I work out off of YouTube. That's where I get all my weights and exercise videos from. The great thing is that I can get everything I need at home. Going to a gym is great, especially if you want to socialize. But for me, because I am up wicked early, 4 a.m., to get my workout in, I don't have the time to go to the gym. I have littles and a hubby. So all that kind of stuff does not work out. And plus, I socialize fully during the day, so I feel like I'm done peopling by the end of my day. You know what I mean? If you're an introvert, you know what that means. So in any case, I do my quick cardio, and then do weights. And I aim for 10,000 steps 6 days a week. So again, I am not doing like anything crazy. My workout total, so even though I work out 6 days a week, I only work out for approximately, approximately a half hour. So I do it to get strength, to build my heart muscles, and to stay as healthy as possible. I am not trying to kill myself. I do want to be healthy and good, but not, whatever. So that's what I do. So those 3 days, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I do full cardio. So I have a walking mat, which I can use. And then I have this bike machine, which I use. I would do the walking mat, but for the back pains and back issues I've been having, I don't want to put any extra pressure since I already do that on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I try to alleviate it a little bit, and also the reason I'm not using the weighted vest I have, so I don't do that. But I will get back to the walking mat. I think by summer I will be using that a little more just because I enjoy it. And I don't do any weights on those days. Again, all 6 days I do hit my 10,000 plus steps. There's some days I go over by quite a bit. There's some days I get 14,000, depending on how much walking I do during the day during my work day. And there's some days that I, just I walk around the house just to meet that 10,000 goal. So it all depends. Now, for 10,000 steps, I know there's been lots of reports, oh, you should aim for 10,000 steps to lose weight. Let me just tell you, I've been doing 10,000 steps consistently 6 days a week for the last, I want to say for the last 7 or 8 years, okay? It might have been longer. It could be closer to 10 years. And it does not make a difference. Let me just say that. And no, I am not eating more than I work out. I do know I have a thing with sweets, which I have been curbing quite a bit, but I am not consuming a lot more calories. I know people always say, "Oh, yeah, hello, hi, guy, Rainbow." I know a lot of people say, "Oh, the more it's calories in, calories out." I'm sorry, the 10,000 steps a day hasn't made a difference. So, um, oh, good question, Marina. So the longest distance I've walked in one day has been 21,000 steps. So I don't know how much that translates to. I track it using my device. 21,000 steps. And here's the thing: it was during a vacation. So I think my family and I vacated to a Caribbean island, and we walked the entire island. Like we just walked everywhere. I am still one of those people. Like I said, when I do 10,000 steps, I do still work out when we're on vacation. So I still hit my 10,000 steps. Maybe I don't go to a gym or whatever. Actually, I do try to go to the gym if it's a hotel, if we're staying in a hotel that has a gym, but it's not all the time. But I do still try to aim to hit the 10,000 steps. Now, Sundays, nothing. Sundays are my day off. I don't even care if I hit 1,000 steps on a Sunday. It doesn't matter. It's my day off, and I need my body to fully recover. I don't do anything extra on Sundays. I don't try to hit the steps, and I also don't try to work out. It's just my day off. When I travel on vacation, travel days, I may sometimes not hit the 10,000 steps, but that's very rare because what I try to do, especially if it's a long flight, is get up every few to walk back and forth. It helps. But yeah, so going back to that, so I do my cardio. I do this, excuse me. I also have my cup of warm water. When I use a straw, it helps. As opposed to trying to drink and spill it on myself, the straw just makes it a little easier. The other thing I do work out with is a weighted hula hoop. Lots of videos on YouTube. So that's another idea if you're looking for something. I got this one off of Amazon. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think I'm Marinda W. So I appreciate it. Thanks. I do the hula hoop. I enjoy it. I actually could do a competition with my oldest, and she's way better than I am. And the funny thing is, I've been hula hooping since I was a kid. Okay, and clearly she's still a kid, but I feel like I'm not as good as her, which is like hell. But I enjoy hula hoop. It gives you a good core exercise, and it's fun. My daughter can walk, go up, down, and do a circle and all that kind of fun stuff with the hula hoop. I can just walk, and that's it. Nothing else. So that's also another good workout I do. I do stretches, and that one is more recent because of the aches and pains I've been having. So I'm doing a few more stretches. I do it at work, even at work as well. Yes, you can do stretches at work. People are gonna probably look at you funny, but you're doing what's right for your body, okay? And so if anyone I know ever sees me doing something funky at work, you know why. I'm getting my stretches in. Because I need it. As you get older, we have a tendency to sit, and even though I have a sit-stand desk, it's not always helpful. And with lower back pain, after a while of sitting, it feels like my spine is compressed. So I need to let it stretch a little bit and get my workout in. When before pre-pandemic, I used to walk my office building during the day. Obviously, I don't have the ability to do that anymore. It's not that the building is not there, it's still there. I just don't have the time to get that done. And because of that, I make sure that I get my 6 days workout in. And when you start getting older, start getting to a certain age, you want to make sure you're keeping your heart healthy. So I do monitor that. I use a little wrist cuff here, which tells me my blood pressure and my pulse. I have always had very low pulse, and that's primarily because I was an athlete in school. So when you work out, your heart doesn't need to do as much work to pump blood to the rest of your body, which is good. That's the one positive thing. But on the not so positive side, it feels like you almost have to work out extra just to stay at a fat burning zone, which I feel like, okay, well, it almost counters the whole whatever, but it's okay. I feel as long as I'm being consistent, doing what I'm supposed to do, it's all good. Okay. Ask questions if you have any. So, staying working out 6 days a week. Okay, so let's talk about eating. I am one of those people who says do as I say, not as I do. I've met with so many nutritionists and dietitians. So I'm not a skinny girl, as you can see. So, but I have never been. I mean, I've been bigger, and I've, like I said, I've always worked out. So I'm not. I don't have any inclination that at some point I'm going to be this real thin. I carry some meat on my bones, which is fine, but I also carry muscles too. So I think that's also a positive there. But for eating, there are some things I will never give up. Coffee. It's a non-starter for me. We're not giving up coffee, okay? I drink 1 cup every morning. It's about a 16-ounce a cup of coffee, and I will always stick with that. But that's it. I don't drink any other coffee after that. Once I'm done with my cup of coffee, I do switch to tea. Granted, the tea is caffeinated. It's green tea, and I know people keep thinking green tea is not caffeinated. It has caffeine. Black tea got caffeine too. Smaller levels, small amounts, but it does have caffeine. I primarily use the leaves, so I don't get the bagged ones. I get the loose leaves ones. You can get them on Amazon, but I primarily take that, so that adds whatever I need, and it also keeps me hydrated. It doesn't. It's not a diuretic. It works well for me. Excuse me, so I'm out of breath, which is a good thing when you're working out because it means you're getting to your workout. So, anyways, so I do that, and then after my cup of coffee, I don't primarily eat anything until I get hungry. I usually get hungry a little after 10 o'clock, and I will have my breakfast. My coworker recently introduced me to cottage cheese, something that I have hated all my life, but she told me to just whip it and mix it into my eggs, and it gives me like 16 grams of protein, and Lord help me, I don't taste it. And I actually like the way it tastes in my eggs. Like it's creamier. It doesn't feel like it's I don't know, it doesn't taste like cottage cheese. So whatever it is, she did a good thing, so I'm very happy about that. Skincare routine. Lord, I don't really have one. I I wash my face with gosh, I can't remember now. It's Biore Pore because I have larger pores. I use Biore for my face to wash my face in the morning. I'm not a heavy makeup girl. I don't. Sad thing is, I don't know how to wear makeup. So what I typically do after I wash my face is I use Witch's Hazel um, uh, face toner, clean my face, and then after that I spray it with a rose water spray, and then I apply my moisturizer, just a regular, I think it's CeraVe moisturizer I use for my face, and once that is done, I will I use a, what do you call it, a primer, and then just loose face powder, and that's it. Nothing else. I feel like because I have larger pores, I don't know if it's just me or if there are other people who have this. I just tend to feel like anytime I put on makeup, like I don't use foundation. Anytime I use that, I feel like it clogs my pores, and it's almost like I can't breathe. My skin can't breathe, so I don't like anything heavy. So you will never see me in heavy makeup. I don't know how to do eye makeup. I do always wear like colored lipstick. I feel like it gives the illusion of makeup, but it's not really. I'm not really wearing makeup, so it is what it is. But thank you for that question. I drink a lot of water, so if that's any help, I'm told that water does help with your skin, so it does help. And that's it. I mean, I do that in the morning. In the evenings, I just take a shower and wash my face with the same Biore face wash. And I don't even use toner or anything in the evenings. I use shea butter, African shea butter. That's it. I rub it on my face because double wash my face during the day does get it dry in the evenings. So instead of using anything else on my face in the evenings, when I get back from work, I take a shower and then just use African shea butter. That works. And that's it. So is the gym, can you do something about your skin? I don't know. I don't go to the gym. I used to. I enjoyed it, but I don't go to the gym, so I don't know. When I used to go to the gym, I didn't have a whole family and kids and all that, so that was multiple years ago. And when I went, I usually went there on my way home from work, so I didn't feel that I had to do anything. I basically would use like a face exfoliating wipe to wipe down my face, and then when I got home, took a shower and did the same thing I just mentioned. Wash with Biore. I've been using Biore face wash. It's the charcoal one. I've been using that for solid 10, 15 years now. every day, twice a day. So, and then I use, the shea butter. That's it. Um, yeah, thank you. If I had the time, I would, but I have a family and commitments. So, like, good questions, good comments, but yeah, it's not necessarily something I can do when I don't have time. And let's face it, you do need to be able to work, make money, and all that. And gyms are not free, so I do that. Let's see, and I'm not 20 something years old, so I'm not trying to compete with a 20 something year old. I think I am fully embracing where I am in life. I know life is a gift, so I don't feel that I need to compete with the folks who are younger. I will do my best and keep it going. I don't have a problem with that. I think most people who feel like they have to go to the gym and compete with the younger ones, like, okay, that's good for you, but for me, it's not where I am in life. And which is not to say people should not go. If you feel like that's needed for you, for socialization, for getting encouraged by other people, that's great. I don't feel that I need to go. I don't. I've heard of people who say, "Oh, when I go to the gym, I see other people that encourages me to work out." I am the opposite. I feel like then I have to compete, so I don't want to do that. I would much rather go on my own or work out on my own. Other people don't encourage me to do things. Okay, there are people who do that, but I think that's more of an extroverted personality. If you're an introvert, it's other people don't influence the decisions you make, especially when it comes to your health and stuff like that. So for me, it doesn't, you know. But good for the people who can do it. I'm not one of those. Thanks for the compliment. And that's about it. My workout is 1 minute and 43 seconds to the end. So I'm doing this video primarily because I was pissed off when I was on TikTok and I got yet another violation, which upset me. Yeah, introverts, it's one of those things. You're extrovert or introvert. If you're an introvert, you kind of do things and process things a little differently. But I could smell my breakfast. My husband's making eggs and sausage and bacon, so that will be my breakfast. And I'm looking forward to it. But other than that, thanks for joining me on this. Once I'm done here, I will take my my blood pressure and my pulse to make sure that I am doing right by myself. I love this little kit. It's so convenient. It's easy to you do the reading and not stress out. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me on my fun workout. If you have any questions, leave them. But my name's Joy. My channel primarily focuses on sewing. So if you're interested in sewing, learning to sew, or have questions about sewing, be sure to subscribe, comment, like, share. I'd appreciate it. Okay, have a wonderful one. Bye.